Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live. Habari Live. From Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast. The show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Yo, what's up? Saturday morning. Let's get it going, man. We're going to talk about the news, sports. No sports. We're not doing sports. My bad. With the news, and we'll talk about Trump's racism and some of the things that's been going down this week. We just want to talk about, the disgusting video and picture that Trump posted, that everyone's been discussing, and a lot of people on the right wing has been looking over and excusing, saying it's okay. But let's get straight to it. Good morning. Habari Ghani, my people. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the Pulse of Phoenix and beyond. As always, we are all the way live in Paradise Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Ellison, and my co-host,
Iesha.
We will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in our vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city. So, let's get it going, man. So off the top, we are going to get into, talk about the racism and the things that's been going on this week, man. But first, let's get into the rundown and some of the top stories for the week from Iesha.
For sure. This week, lots of things happened. Hundreds of residents have signed a petition calling for a Phoenix Union High School Board district member to resign following his appearance at a politically controversial event that critics say undermines public confidence in the board's impartiality. The campaign has gained traction on social media and local forums, with opponents demanding accountability from elected officials. It is said that this board member attended an event that had close ties with white supremacy. So that's one of the reasons why they're calling for him to resign.
Now, who do you say? My bad. Who did you say this was?
Give me just a second here, and I can go back and get you that information in just a moment here. Because I didn't put his name in there because I just wanted to,
No, I don't know.
It's Jennifer Hernandez.
And she's running for,
I believe that's who it was.
She's running for candidacy?
Hold on. Let me go back to where I got it from. Jeremiah Cota? Yes, it's Jeremiah Cota. That's who it was. They're demanding for him to resign.
Okay.
You asked who it was?
Yeah, I did.
They say that he was in attendance at a meeting that sparked controversy back in January for attending a party that had ties to neo-Nazi and self-proclaimed white supremacy, and the event coincided with Turning Point USA's America Fest on December 20th last year. So they're asking for him to resign due to those ties.
Yeah, man. I mean, let me guess, he's a Republican, huh?
Yes.
That's the thing. It's just like the guy just said, man. It's not all Republicans are racist, but all racists are definitely Republican. And we see this mess, and and hopefully they get him to resign. But it's the normal playbook for these guys nowadays. It's just getting disgusting, man. It's just disgusting. Oh, let me see what this garbage. The whole thing of people seething and crying about the Obama meme is comical, right? Yeah, man. To you guys, because you're racist. I saw a lot of black people that's Trump voters excusing this, saying that this is okay. He doesn't care. But, that's the normal stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
No, Biden fought against busing in the 70s. You're really bringing up the 70s. We're in the right now. We're in the now. That was in the 70s where he fought against busing. I agree. He should be sacked. Sacked. I'm with it. You know what I mean? He's he's definitely he's just tearing the country apart,
Mm-hmm.
man. And if you can't see that he's tearing us apart, it's like think about all the black people, man. I know you guys, there's a lot of black people who are excusing these things and making excuses for the way he's treating us, the way he's treating brown people. And you guys are sitting around acting like it's no big deal. I'm surprised the left hasn't been blamed for I mean, they're blaming Bill Clinton. He's the first person that has to go to court. Right now, he's fighting to make it public. They don't want it to be public. They want to keep it in the back doors so they can try to blame Clinton, say it's all his fault. That's their plan right now.
Mm-hmm.
The Obama meme was about Benghazi, Africa. Trump just snatched the terrorist that killed our ambassador. What? Dude, what are you talking about, man? You're tripping, bro. You're tripping. Anyway, go on with your story, man.
Moving on. The U.S. Equal Opportunity Employment Commission, or the EEOC, has taken legal action seeking a court order to obtain documents from Nike relating to allegations that the company's diversity, equity, and inclusion programs may have discriminated against white employees. The federal agency alleges that the brand's DEI practices could amount to systematic race discrimination in hiring, promotions, layoffs, and development programs.
The people who have been telling us that there is no such thing as racism are now fighting, talking about there's racism against white people. So basically what you're saying is that white people aren't racist, but everyone else is racist against white people. I mean, this shit is amazing, bro. They've been telling us every day. We got the black Republicans telling us there's no such thing as racism. Racism doesn't exist. But these are the same people who are now suing companies talking about discrimination against white men. But everybody else is making it up. Like, what the fuck, man? Are we fucking stupid? This has got to be the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. The president is coming out telling people, oh, it's been hard for white people since 1965 and the civil rights movement. It's been tough for us. Like, this is craziness, man. They are crazy. And I mean, this is insane. You're telling us, that's all they have been telling us. Oh, Charlie Kirk was one of the best leading. There's no such thing as racism. Black people are just making it up while saying shit like, oh, if I see a black pilot, I'm going to worry. But racism is made up. There is no systemic racism. There is no racism. There is no system trying to hurt black people. You can do whatever you want. But soon as they get in power, they have been suing left and right, talking about discrimination against white people. Mm-hmm. So the only people that has racism is whites. The people who own 80, 90% of the CEOs in America are white men, but they're being discriminated against. What is going on? I mean, it's insane. Nike has 65% white men on their CEO board, executives. White men only make up 30% of the country. So more than twice who they are in the population is represented in their fucking workforce. 65% of them are white men. And you're telling me they're being discriminated against. Well, you want every job? I mean, 40% are going to minorities and women, but white men make up 65% of the executives. What are they crying about? They are overrepresented. Mm-hmm. And when we look at all the CEOs across the country, we know that it's even more representation for white men who are now crying that, oh, it's racism against us. Nobody's ever been racist against black people, though. That's made up. But us, the white men, oh, we're struggling. It's tough for us right now. Whew. One of the richest demographics in the country. 90% of the fucking Trump's cabinet, white men. I mean, it's just crazy to see these people wanting to be victims after they've been pointed at us and saying, oh, poor baby, look at the victim. It's weird. They're sitting around telling everybody else how big of a victim they are while they're doing everything in their fucking world to try to make themselves to be a fucking victim. They are playing the race card really hard. Never seen the fucking vice president in my life bring up race into J.D. Vance. Said that white people, you don't have to be afraid to be white. Into Mr. Trump said, oh, I only want whites from South Africa. Oh, I only want people from Norway and Sweden. Oh, I don't want people from shithole black countries. Mm-hmm. I don't care about the fucking sellout Hodge twins. Shut up. Anyway, go on, man.
A government watchdog group is now saying that the U.S. Department of Justice has omitted key communications from its latest release of the Jeffrey Epstein files, including messages involving former high-ranking officials. The Democracy Defenders Fund claims that the DOJ failed to fully comply with transparency requirements under the Epstein Files Transparency Act and is urging an audit of the release of the process. The Justice Department dismisses the allegations as a quote-unquote tired narrative. In the continuing fallout from the Epstein release of millions of pages of documents tied to the Jeffrey Epstein case, a newly disclosed 2015 email appeared to confirm the authenticity of a controversial photo showing Virginia Giuffre with former Prince Andrew. The message reportedly from Ghislaine Maxwell suggests that the photo was taken in London in 2001 in Maxwell's home, which contradicts the longstanding denials of its legitimacy and a development of Giuffre's families is calling vindicating now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's insane to watch these people. They put Ghislaine Maxwell in a cushy prison. Mm-hmm. They've done everything they can to help her. Trump has says, I wish the best for her. You know, it's wild to see them doing everything they can, bending over for this lady. All these people that have connections to Epstein, and they're bringing the Clintons in. The Clintons said, hey, we'll do this publicly. Let's do it. And they don't want to do it in the public. They want to try to use this as a political motherfucking baseball that they can throw around. That's what they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. The Clintons say, all right, let's do it. Let's do it for everybody can see everything. But they don't want to do that because they don't want information to come out about the files. They're just doing whatever they can to try to help Trump. Now, if Clinton, if you guys, that's the crazy part, that the Republicans are stupid enough to try to put Bill Clinton on trial. Tell us that he needs to come and he needs to testify. But once the power is switched and the House becomes Democratic, Trump is coming. He's sitting. He's got to testify. He's got to testify. Are you gonna make the ex-president sit down and tell us what he know about the files? But we're not gonna talk about the guy that's mentioned the most, the guy that has 2 different allegations of rape in the files. But let's get Bill Clinton in here, you know. But we're gonna ignore the dude that's mentioned 38,000 times in different emails and different messages throughout the files. 2 different allegations of rape. The allegations against Trump are disgusting.
Very disgusting.
And you people can just ignore it. Oh, well, Bill Clinton. I mean, cool. Bill, go ahead and go to court. Tell the people what the fuck you know. Do it publicly. Do it publicly, and we'll see what happens. Because we know Trump don't want to fucking come and do the shit publicly.
Mm-hmm.
We know he doesn't want to be called to testify, and he's going to do everything he can not to show up. They're going to try to hold others to account. Somehow the Trump administration gets the skirt. As Ludwig, Elon Musk, all those disgusting people that y'all been yelling and screaming how great they are all in the files, asking how they can get to the island. What day, what time? I'll be there. I'm taking the helicopter over there. Then you're gonna act like this guy, something he's sitting online calling black people names, acting like he's better than somebody after they've been on the island, accused of disgusting things, hanging out with disgusting people. And they haven't came out and said, oh, I apologize, or I shouldn't have. We've seen Bill Gates, we've seen others come out and say, man, I made a mistake by dealing with this guy. But the Musk and the Ludwigs and all these people, they lied and lied and lied, and now they're just making excuses, like always. And the DOJ is doing everything they can to protect these people instead of bringing these people to justice. Mm-hmm. They said they didn't have any implications of people in the files that had anything that they need to look forward into, more into. They lied. Patel lied. Lied like always. But what going with the next one?
Lastly, Arizona legislators are pushing for new restrictions and taxes on short-term rentals across Arizona. Proposals include tougher regulatory oversight and potential fees designed to address communities' concerns about housing affordability and neighborhood impacts. Lawmakers are saying that the change is aiming to balance tourism benefits with local housing needs.
Man, it's a lot of people are complaining that Airbnbs have torn the neighborhoods apart, that the people in the neighborhoods, is no one in the neighborhoods anymore. All the houses are fucking short-term rentals. Then the cost of housing explodes because these companies are buying up everything. Now, I agree with Trump that we need to stop these companies from being able to buy up all these housing. It's not his idea. It is definitely a left-wing idea that he got from the left because he opened up and wanted to learn different ways to things to become affordable. This is a left-wing ideal, and this idea to me is a good one. Get these companies the fuck out of here. I know everybody want to do Airbnb and all this shit, but it's not helping us when it comes to buying homes. Whole neighborhoods are gone, man, because people want to put Airbnbs and companies want to buy the shit and put in an Airbnb. So if he does this, which I don't know if he will, because it's such a Democratic left-wing ideal, most of the Republicans are 100% against it. So let's do what we can, man. Keep pushing, keep standing up, and hopefully, man, we can get these companies out of our neighborhoods and they can stop buying up everything. They're trying to make it to where we can't own a home. Everybody just has to rent. That's what they're trying to do. And it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. But that's all you got? Mm-hmm. All right, man. So let's get into the top story. Yes, we did see that. What Trump called us. Um, they all think it's a joke though. That's the crazy part is they think it's a joke. Oh goodness, you're insane, bro. You're insane. But this weekend, what happened, man? The good old racism, radicalization, and accountability, political chaos is going on right now with Trump as the president. It's straight asinine what's going on. I read on one of these black right wingers sites, and he was saying how he was okay what Trump said and what Trump posted, and it's not a big deal. He doesn't care because black people call people coons and sellouts, and since that happens, what Trump did is okay. It's what this dude said. He's a right winger and he's big. Big blacks for Trump. And he said that because black people call him names like coon and sellout, it's okay for the president to call all black people in America monkeys. That's fine. Because black people have said disgusting things too, so it's okay. The president isn't held to a different standard than regular people online and on Facebook and TikTok and shit. The president is held to the same standard as regular people on TikTok. Instead of us holding him to a standard of presidential, we held him to the same standard as a troll online. And people are okay with that. This is where we come. We're okay with a president having the same authority as an online troll, the same responsibility as a loser troll in his basement, talking shit while he lives in his mom's basement. This is what we've come to. And there's many people who are making excuses saying that it's okay. But these same people were pissed off at Hillary Clinton when she said, hey, many of Trump voters are deplorable people. When January 6th proved it, what's up, Ryan? Proved it. January 6th proved that most of the people are deplorable. The actions of MAGA has proved her right. But they were so pissed off when she said that. Now, for some reason, they don't hold Republicans to the same standards that they hold Democrats to. They're in the comment section talking, oh, well, Biden said in 70s that he didn't want a racial jungle when he was against busing. He said he didn't want a racial jungle. And they connect that and say that's racist. But if Trump posts pictures of black people as monkeys, I don't see that. I don't see the issue. I don't see it. Biden said racial jungle. You was easily able to connect that that's racist to you. But anyone else on your side say anything racist? I don't see the big deal. What are you guys always making problems out of nothing? Stop crying. That's the Republican playbook. It's just disgusting stuff. This is how they do things. Then they start talking about, oh yeah, the Democrats change. Why do they say the change of the Democrats? They think they're smart, being smart. But it's because it's a lot of black people in the Democrats. So saying change and calling us slaves is cool to them. And they think that they're doing something by saying, oh, look at the Democrats. You get off the plantation, you slaves. Calling us slaves to our face. Thinking we going to come and be with them while they call us slaves. I mean, it's crazy. Then you say, and what you say, Dems cry about everything. You people cried about the logo of Cracker Barrel. You cried and made them change the fucking logo. You people are crying about the Super Bowl. Oh, you got to have another halftime. All American. Because you don't like brown people. You don't like Spanish. Like, dog, yeah, man. And then you try to point out other people's racism. That's the part that kills me the most. You try to point out somebody else's racism. Well, Joe Biden, he said if you're not black, if you don't vote for him, he was joking. But he was right. I mean, look at the Republican Party.
Man.
They're filled with racists. How many times do I have to come on this show and talk about the racist shit that the Republican Party has done? I don't matter if you are brown, brother. There's a lot of brown and black people that are pro-white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of them. Plenty. They're out there, deep, turning their own people in, turning in ice on them, calling ice on their own people. There's plenty of them. Sellouts are everywhere. In every fucking race, in every fucking ethnicity.
Yep.
They exist. Having brown skin doesn't make the leader of the Proud Boys brown skin. Afro-Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
Brown skin. Brown. Doesn't care. He's out there to beat up anybody that's that's a minority and take them out. That's what people are about today, man. That's the shit that we're dealing with. Crazy shit, man.
Real crazy.
Yeah. And what do we do? What do we do in today's day, man? What do we do, man? I just don't get it. But we're gonna talk about some of the elections that's gone. Trump going down to Georgia and stealing votes, stealing elections, looking at the votes, trying to get the voter rolls, trying to make the state elections public. Is his
Trying
mission?
to federalize.
Yeah, he wants to federalize
state and local elections.
Yes, which is unconstitutional.
Mm-hmm.
States supposed to run their elections, but he wants it centralized. He wants it federalized. Why is that? Why is he going around stealing ballots? I mean, it is the dumbest conspiracy I've ever seen in my life. And to see all you people follow behind this idiot as he says this dumbass shit that he was cheated out of the election.
Mm-hmm.
We have let this dude tear our country apart twice. And he's trying to say that we cheated on one. Like, it's the dumbest shit. Why would we if cheating was the way that we blocked him from getting in 2020?
Why didn't we do it this
Why
time?
didn't we cheat the last time? Why didn't we cheat the time before? If cheating was the way, why the fuck did we let him in the first time? Why would we do that? If motherfuckers know how to cheat and could just cheat and not let him in, why wouldn't they just not let him in? I mean, you have to be silly to think that we're going to let this dude win 2 times, but cheat the 3rd time. Like, it's so stupid. It's the dumbest fucking conspiracy in the history of America. And all of you idiots that are with it, man, you are idiots.
He deserves a 3rd term.
Man, get the fuck out of here. This is the dumbest shit ever, dude. Why the fuck? If you're going to cheat every time. You're not going to just cheat once.
And not get away with it.
Right. It's so stupid. Like, it's so stupid. I really don't understand what the hell he's doing. But he got Tulsi Gabbard going around stealing stealing voter rolls, stealing votes. The federal government can look at it. People have scoured across these. Dude has looked at these files. People have looked over these files 1,000,000 fucking times.
Mm-hmm.
1,000,000 times to see if anything has went wrong. They count these fucking votes. I don't know how many times. They found no cheating. And then if there was cheating, it's always some Republican. Because they say everybody else is cheating, so I guess I'm going to cheat. But no one's cheating. Like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But we're starting with something that everyone's watching, and everyone needs to hear, understand, and share widely, because what we're about to talk about is not normal politics. It's not tough talk. It's not both sides. It's Republicans stealing fucking votes. This is about a direct threat to democracy happen in real time. Let's go ahead and run this clip of Steve Bannon stating the plan on how they're going to try to keep people from voting.
You're damn right. We're going to have ICE surround the polls come November. We're not going to sit here and allow you to steal the country again. And you can whine and cry and throw your toys out of the pram all you want, but we will never again allow an election to be.
You hear Steve Bannon talking about putting ICE at the polls. So they're doing what they can to try to keep people from voting. People are, dude, you stupid motherfuckers really think that an illegal alien is going to risk being shipped back to the country that they came here to escape to vote? I mean, dude, this is the one of the second dumbest conspiracy that y'all got. Who the fuck? It's dude. I'm in this motherfucker. You think I give a fuck who is the fucking president? Like, think about what you're saying, dog. You think people are risking their lives, going back to a country that they ran from. You think they're gonna go in there and vote and risk going to jail and being sent back home for voting? You really think somebody's that stupid? Anybody that's that stupid and go vote deserve to go to jail on the real. Because that might be the dumbest shit I've ever heard of. You're gonna risk your freedom on voting? Like, that's what are you doing? No one is going to do that. But Republicans swear they are. They swear that the Democrats they're packing the rolls and putting in illegals. That's what they're doing. Like, it's what? This is so dumb. Like, it's so stupid.
The dumbest thing you can do.
It's so fucking stupid that someone would risk their everything to be illegal and vote. Okay, it's on you. It's dumb.
I mean, but we're going to talk about armed federal agents at the polling places, the FBI raiding the election offices, and a sitting president openly calling for a federal takeover of our state and local elections.
Openly.
Said all elections must be federalized.
And before all you Trumpers say you're exaggerating, we're going to use their own words. We're going to use what they've been saying. We heard Steve Bannon call for ICE to be armed at the polls because they want to run with this conspiracy, even though they know it's not true. Mm-hmm. But they know that MAGA is going to fall for it. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're cheating in New York and California. They're putting illegals on the rolls. Like, that couldn't just be easily checked. Easily checked. But they swear that that's what the Democrats are doing. Let us start from the quote that we just saw in the video, quoted from Mr. Bannon. You're damn right. We're going to have ICE around the polls, Bannon said. Mr. Epstein file said. That's not a metaphor. That's not rhetorical flair. That's them admitting that they want to put armed people at the fucking voting polls to try to keep people from being able to vote. Mm-hmm. And that's what they're doing. Everything they're telling people, oh, we don't like people sending in, mailing in ballots. They keep trying to tell us that mailing ballots is cheating.
But that's how he won the election.
That's how he won. That doesn't matter. But because they can't intimidate people who mail in their ballots. They can only intimidate people that come to the polls. Mm-hmm. And that's what they want to do. They want to intimidate people. They want to try to keep people from voting. And if you're able to mail in vote, you don't have to deal with that intimidation that they are putting at the polls to try to keep people from voting. It's an old tactic that they used in the Reconstruction era where they kept black people from voting by putting armed people at the polls and asking and telling people, you vote, you're going to get killed. Many black people stopped voting, and we saw the decline of black representation in the government. And that's what they're doing today. We sat there and we watched the video of Bannon saying it. And then you guys are going to call it lies, and we sit here and listen to him. He said it out of his own mouth. This is a call for armed immigration agents to be present at voting locations. to intimidate people to not show up and vote.
But let's be very clear about what that means. ICE is not election security. ICE is not trained for voter protection.
Mm-hmm.
ICE is a law enforcement agency whose very presence creates fear,
Mm-hmm.
especially for those of immigrant communities.
Yeah. They know there are people who have become citizens who are from other places.
Right. Naturalized citizens.
And they come here and they have the ability to vote.
Mm-hmm. Once they're
But
naturalized.
they still feel as though if they see ICE and intimidation at the voter ballots, they may not come.
Yep.
Even though they are citizens. Maybe somebody in their family isn't. And that's what they're doing, man. Intimidation, bullying. It's Trump's policies. That's how he does things.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100% voter intimidation. Full stop. Federal laws has long recognized that armed personnel at polling places suppress turnout. That's
Sure
why they
does.
don't allow it.
Yep, exactly. And historically, this kind of tactic has only one purpose: to scare people away from voting, especially voters of color and immigrant families, and especially communities that have already faced prior surveillance.
Mm-hmm. Just disgusting stuff, man. You think we care more about, dude, we were treated as though we weren't American citizens. Our ancestors were treated, even though they were born here, they were treated as less than.
Mm-hmm.
Even though their grandmother and their great grandmother was born here, they all were treated like trash. Yeah, we care about the outcome of the people who are here without green cards. I don't want to call them illegals. It's so dumb. It's just a misdemeanor, man. It's not even, y'all call them illegals. It's so stupid. But yeah, because we were treated that way. I have sympathy. I have empathy for the people that's going through these things.
Mm-hmm.
They called us 3/5 of a human being. They didn't even want to make us a whole human. We had to fight to even be citizens of the United States, even though we were born here, even though we were here forever. We still had to fight. So we'll keep fighting for people that are being shitted on. We'll keep fighting for everyone. I don't care what color you are. We fight for injustice. We fight against those things. And we fight against people like you who try to make those things normal and try to act like people who stand up are victims or they're crying while y'all sit around telling us that white people are going through the hardest times while saying to us, oh, poor baby. No, but Trump is going after the Nike for discrimination. J.D. Vance said white people don't have to be afraid to say they're white anymore. Y'all are the ones that's crying. And everybody else is trying to stand up and make America fair for everyone. Here's the key, though. Bannon didn't say monitor. He didn't say observe. He said surround.
Mm-hmm. He sure did.
That's military language.
It sure is. And when you pair that with everything else that's happening, this is not isolated tactics. These are coordinated strategies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Now, the FBI and Tulsi Gabbard, they ran up in the Fulton courthouse looking for votes. Last week, the FBI raided election offices in Fulton, seizing original voting records from the 2020 election. That alone is unprecedented.
It sure is. But there's no modern example of a federal government physically confiscating state election materials like this.
Mm-hmm.
There just isn't. Not copies, not summaries. They got the original records.
Wow. Here's where it gets worse, man. We now know that the President Trump ordered Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard to personally intervene and orchestrate a call between the president and the agents on the ground. That is widely inappropriate.
Yep. That is political interference in law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Full stop. And this raid comes after years of lies about Georgia's elections. Lies that were debunked by the courts, recounts, audits, Republican officials. And get this, even Trump's own administration debunked it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did. What's up, Dirk Bike Juice? They did a raid Trump's house because he had files that he did not say that he was going to keep. Or did he get a release for those files to be able to declassify those files to be kept in his home? Biden had the same thing. They raided his house too.
Yep, they sure did.
And he complied, said, yes, I have these files, the reasons why I have them. They took what he wasn't supposed to have, and he was able to keep what he had declassified. These rules apply to all. I don't know why Donald Trump is supposed to be held to a different standard of rules to you guys, that no one else in the world is supposed to be fucking held to these standards, and Trump can just do what the fuck he wants. It's really weird, man. But this is the type things you people are on. Georgia is corrupt with a bunch of, man, come on, man. Come on, bro. You got to stop the mess, dog. I don't know. I don't understand what you be on. The hate that you have is ridiculous, my brother. You got to figure some shit out, man. For real. Anytime it's black people in the group, y'all want to start talking about plantations. Oh, the Democrat plantation, just because it's black people over there. You guys are in change on like it don't matter how you, when you put Democrat at the end, you said some racist shit. Calling people mammies and shit like that. It's not cool, dog. So you sit around and you think that shit is cool. It's not cool. Period. It's racist garbage, dog. You have to figure out another way how to communicate with people. I don't understand y'all. Does it have to be hate 24/7? This is the reason why people do not like Republicans and the reason why this country is the way it is. It's like you just sit around and just do what you can to keep us divided. It's bullshit. But we remember the call to Brad Raffensperger, find those 11,780 votes. This is Trump. We have it on, everybody has the video. Mm-hmm. We've heard the phone call, him telling Georgia to cheat. Georgia did not do that. There are plenty of Republicans in Georgia that said there was no cheating. Republicans, they said there was no cheating. He's telling Raffensperger to cheat. And you are sitting there saying, everybody, oh, that's fine. This dude was supposed to be in jail for this shit. The fact that he's the president again after trying to steal an election just shows that America, the leniency here is ridiculous. Dude in Brazil tried to fucking steal the election. They threw his ass in fucking jail.
Instantly. We
make the dude the president. Ridiculous. The shit's not confusion, man. This is Trump demanding to be I'm surprised he even want to bring this shit back up, because it just brings back up how he cheated. Rudy Giuliani got to play those black ladies all that fucking money. They've all been found guilty in court for trying to steal the election. Fox News has to pay millions. They all lost. Why are they trying to bring this shit back up? Giuliani has lost everything because of this shit. Y'all can act like it didn't happen. We was there. We know what the fuck happened. Giuliani lost in court trying to say that the election was stolen. When he went to court, his story changed.
Yep.
And he lost all his money anyway. And y'all, you live in a bubble of lies. Giuliani was caught. All of them were caught trying to steal the election. He was on the phone call with Georgia asking them to find more votes. Cheating. And y'all gonna rationalize it, say it's okay. Like I said, man, this dude can shit on your grandmama. And you would be like, wipe it up, grandma. He didn't mean to. Like, y'all don't care, man. This dude can do anything just because he matches y'all mentality of hate and racism. It's garbage, dude. Go ahead.
But now let's go ahead and talk about something that Trump said this week. On Dan Bongino's podcast, Trump said Republicans should, quote, nationalize elections, take over the voting, end quote. That's not a policy. That's authoritarianism,
Mm-hmm.
dictatorship,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
neo-Nazi behavior.
They're okay with that. They're okay with having an authoritarian president. They're cool. They love it. Oh, we need an authoritarian. We need him. Why he's in there making statues of himself, building statues. Other people supposed to build statues for you. You don't build statues for your fucking self, you
While
idiot.
you're still in the office.
Right. But I'm going to build this for me. Put my name on it.
The Trump ballroom.
It's fucking amazing. Like you get people supposed to build shit for you, dog. It's insane, man. But the Constitution is crystal clear, man. States run elections. Congress can pass laws. The president has no role in counting or tabulating votes. None. He's not supposed to be in there. He's not supposed to have anything to do with it. Period. But y'all okay with these people admitting they're fucking cheating? Elon Musk throwing money in elections. Y'all always talking about George Soros, but when y'all got the richest man in the world on your side throwing money around, that's fine.
Yep.
But George Soros, he's paying people to go to and politic for him. Like, this is the dumbest shit ever.
It really is. But Trump is trying to flip that reality on its head, where he's claiming that states are merely agents of the federal government. That is exactly backwards and dangerously so.
Yeah, man.
States are individual of the federal government.
This is not how they want it. They want it all centralized so they can cheat. You know, they can't cheat without it all being in a central location. So they're trying to cheat. You know, I believe, just like he said, Trump said, Elon knew those voting machines like the back of his hand.
Yep.
He knew those voting machines well, is what he said. Is what he said. I don't know. We all don't know what he meant by it 100%, but it sounds kind of fishy to me. Sounds real fishy. Now he's talking about centralizing the voting.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's going around snatching votes from states. This is real, man. And I know if it was a Democrat doing this, they'll be losing their minds. But, you know, they're very, very partisan people. It's only Democrats that they see doing issues. Anything a Republican do, it's okay. It's okay. Voter ID now. You have to have an ID to register to vote. You do know that, right? But the Trump administration is trying to make people show ID again when they go to the voter polls. But to be able to register to vote, you need an ID.
Not only that, the state will send you a voter ID card in the mail once you have registered to vote.
You got your voter ID.
That's your voter ID card.
Once they are able to say who you are, they are be able to say where you live and everything.
Exactly.
You get a voter ID card.
And when you go to the polling stations in person,
right,
they have a list of names who are supposed to be voting for the area. They find your name on the list, and they ask you for your ID to ensure that it matches.
Right.
That's voter ID.
You already
have it.
You already have ID to fucking vote, to register.
It's already there.
It's already there. But, you know, these people, they want to make it harder to vote because they swear to God that the Democrats are cheating. They swear that even though we've lost 2 out of the 3 fucking elections, we're cheating. They're cheating. They got to be cheating. They're cheating. They lost the last 2. They lost. You guys won. I've never seen the winners act like bitches like this. You won 2 out of the last 3 elections.
And still crying.
Still crying, talking about they cheated. I mean, it's the dumbest shit, man. And we need to make it harder. You won the election. Why are you trying to make it harder? Well, I mean, you won. You won with mail-in ballots. You won with in-person ballots. You won. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me that you are running around telling this other side is cheating while you're winning. It doesn't make any fucking sense, bro.
It doesn't.
Oh, they're cheating. They are cheating. But you have the president, Congress, Senate. You won everything. But y'all are fucking enamored with this cheating shit. It's insane.
Obsessed.
So my thing is this, that I mean, it has to be that they was cheat. They're cheating. And they're like, well, it's no way the Democrats, when they won, they didn't cheat because we did. Because that's what it seems like to me. It's like you're saying, and you're saying it out loud, that you know that you are fucking cheating. So it's no way the Democrats won without cheating because we cheated our ass off.
Right.
And this is what it seems like. Yep, that's the problem. Y'all complaining because you're losing everything. You guys have bought the bee on one long hair in this. What? You guys have bought the bee. What is about to be? I don't even know what you're trying to say, lady. I'm sorry. But another piece of this puzzle, man, is voter data. This administration have been bribing state after state, trying to force them to give up their voter rolls to the federal government, going state to state, using federal dollars as bargaining tools, telling people they won't get their federal dollars if they don't give up their voter rolls. These are the things that is going on, man. The president is bribing states to get their voter rolls. The administration has been trying to force states to hand over unredacted rolls, man, including their driver's license number, their social security numbers, their voting history. He wants all the data he can find on the people that are voting against him.
Yep.
Why is he doing this?
Exactly. But multiple states have said no. The federal courts have said no. So now we have to ask you, is the Georgia raid a workaround?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what he's doing. He's using this as a way to just go in and just punk people and bully the states and take the voter rolls that he wants and take the voter information that he wants. Now, he could target the people that's voting Democrat, go and arrest them, put them in jail, make it his odds better for he can win by going pushing out people that don't vote for him, doing things to put them in jail, using an authoritarian playbook. And this is exactly what, all authoritarians have done. They get the voter rolls from the states, from the areas, and they control it. Once you control it, you can control the fucking elections. You can put people in jail because they're voting Democrat. He's already been calling them crooks. Anybody that's Democrat is Antifa. So he can and people are okay with that. So he can easily just put the label on anyone and say, you are Antifa, you are against the federal government, jail. And jail a bunch of people, make sure that he fucking can win the elections by getting the voter rolls and going after the people that have consistently voted against him. Easily. And that's what he's trying to do. He's looking in these places where he never wins, Georgia, in this area in Fulton County. He's going to go there and try to make sure he wins next time by making sure that the people that don't vote his way don't get a chance to vote. Don't get a chance. Let's go ahead and rig it for us. It's the only thing that I can see. Why is he doing this? This is my hypothesis. But this is what I think, man. It's just, I just don't get it. What other reason would this guy be doing this? How can he justify the purges? He's spreading the fraud narratives. He's telling people the election was stolen from him. He's trying to intimidate voters. That's what they're trying to do, period. It's sick. It's scary stuff, man, that I didn't think would ever happen in America. I thought the Constitution, the judges, the people would stand up. I thought the Republican Party had a backbone. I didn't know that they was all yellow-bellied pussies. Even when Nixon was doing everything he can to destroy the America, Republicans stood up. He stepped down because he knew people were going to stand up against him because the Constitution was more than one person. But today, nah, man, that is not happening. Trump is God. He's bigger than the Constitution to these people today. What he says goes. That means more than anything. They're straight up okay with it. Whatever he wants to do, man, he could do whatever the fuck he wants. He's the president. That's how they look at it. Go ahead.
Yep. But that raid doesn't exist in a vacuum. We've seen law enforcement turn on the perceived enemies, James Comey, Letitia James, Jerome Powell. But it's just crazy to see everything that they're doing to try to say that, the Democrats are at fault for the reason why Trump lost the election once out of the last 3.
Right, exactly. And we all know, man, what's going on. We're not going to sit here and act like we don't know what this guy is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
You saw him try to steal the election. You heard the things that he was saying. He's trying to steal the midterms.
Yep.
He see
Nationalize.
the writing on the wall. Thank you, Sizzle Moon song. We appreciate you. We see the writing on the wall, man. And the writing on the wall says they're going to steal the midterms to try to push it where could Trump know, because they don't want to work with Democrats, even though that's the way the system was set up. The system was set up for both sides to work with each other. That's the way it was set up. That's the way you can't do this alone. Republicans, they came in to office and they're like, we're doing this by ourselves. We don't need you guys. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want to. And they have to realize that is not the way the founding fathers built this to work.
Right.
They built it for everyone to have a say in what's going on. They built it for you can't come in and just do what you want. That's why it's so the bureaucracy of the country.
Everybody gets
it
a
hurts
say.
sometimes because everybody has a say and it takes time to get things done. But what we see right now, the Republicans, they've done everything they can to say we're not doing anything the Democrats want. We're not working with them. And it hasn't helped them in this last year.
Mm-mm.
And according to reporting, Trump pressured Attorney General Pam Bondi to go harder after his political opponents. We've seen the truths or the X post of him saying go after these people, and he has gone after his people that went after him when he was committing crimes, because he doesn't believe that he should be held to account. The timing is not random on this shit.
Not random at all, but that sends a clear message to election officials nationwide. Defy the president at your own peril. So, your own risk.
Mm-hmm.
Do it if you want to.
Right.
But I'm coming after you. Just know that.
That's real. It's real, man. But here's the part people don't want to think about. If the FBI claims authority to seize election materials now, what stops them from doing so during vote counting?
Mm-hmm.
What stops them from taking votes up and out where the voters are being counted? What stops them?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But Trump asked for this very thing in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And his then attorney general
said
fuck no, we're not doing that. But this administration, they might just go ahead and do it.
Nah, man.
It's very plausible.
His first administration saved us a lot, because his first presidency would have been a lot worse if it wasn't for some of the people that stood up to this dude. And you see, this time he comes in with a whole different cabinet, because he wanted nothing but yellow-bellied ass kissers who was just going to do exactly what he says. That's right. Yeah, all yes men. And that's what he's got. Wanted. He's got people in places that have no business being there, but he just wanted yes men. people who Tulsi Gabbard just going to do exactly what the fuck he says do. And they're doing it, man. They don't question Trump. When he says, hey, go after this person, they do it. He owns every level. We heard the FCC chairman talking about, I don't want to be fired. I listen to Trump, even though he's supposed to be working for the American people. Everybody's like, I'm going to be fired. I work for Trump.
No, you work for us, the American people.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But we need answers, man, immediately. How long is this shit gonna fucking go uncovered? Is Congress gonna do anything? Is the Senate gonna do anything? This dude just raided and took votes out of fucking Fulton County.
Original material at that.
How was he able to do this raid? Why was he able to take all these original materials? Why the DNI's involvement? Why was Tulsi Gabbard there? What is going on?
The courts must scrutinize this. Congress should investigate it. And above all, the public should not ignore it. This affects you. Your vote. Your voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And all you people that keep saying I'm crying, get a fucking life. You motherfuckers sat around talking about fuck Joe Biden for 4 years.
Dude said he was offended
Y'all
because you called him yellow belly ass
Y'all
kissers.
put stickers on every fucking thing saying this is Joe Biden's fault. Everything that happened the last 4 years when he was in office
or the Let's Go
fucking
Brandon stickers.
The Let's Go Brandon. You motherfuckers cried about everything. So shut the fuck up. I'm going to say what the fuck I want to. You don't like it? You could just leave, bro. That's easy.
Your vote does matter.
Easy. All the crying y'all did for the last 4 years about everything fucking Joe Biden did. Y'all still crying about Joe Biden. Shut the fuck up. I'm going to say what the hell I want to. Period. Don't intimidate me at all. It looks like y'all talk about Biden. Shit for brains Biden. Mm-hmm. Look like your president shit on himself. On TV. Had to get everybody out the room. People are coming, running out, holding their nose. Why this dude just dookie all on himself? Diarrhea all down his legs, all down his cankles.
He needed an adult diaper.
And y'all just sitting around acting like it doesn't happen.
He had a blowout.
It didn't happen. But Joe Biden is old. Why this dude here, he
can't
falling asleep.
Bowels.
Got makeup on his hands. His ankles just dripping out of his shoes.
He tanned himself orange.
Man, get up out of here, man. I'm going to talk about someone else. I wish you would hold, the way y'all hold Democrats to the standard, y'all would hold this dude to the same one.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. You know why Joe Biden didn't run and Kamala did? Because we thought he was too fucking old. We thought he was too old when he ran the first time. No one thought that what Biden was doing was good. Nobody. Y'all would never hold Trump to that fucking standard. Ever. We said, nah, man, we good, bro. We don't want you to run. Because you are fucking old. And you look like shit. But this dude can dookie on himself and y'all just be like, put a diaper on. It's fine. Oops, he crapped his pants. It's fine.
Sounded like SpongeBob.
Yeah, y'all crazy, man. This shit is about, man, whether elections belong to the people anymore, dog. Or to whoever holds power. Because it seems right now that the person in power can just do what he wants to. And that's what's going on.
Yeah, you're right. But fear is a tool and silence is their weapon. And democracy only survives when people refuse both. Refuse to stay silent.
That's real, man.
Refuse to be fearful of the administration, to speak out or to speak up for anyone.
Yeah. There was no Dookie. I know you were in his pants. You stay up Trump's ass, so you know what was coming out of his diaper. You know so well if it was Dookie or not. What was it, bro? Was it diarrhea? What kind of Dookie was it? You know, I'm an idiot. You know, even though it's going over all over the internet, I'm the idiot though. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who says anything about Trump is an idiot. Fuck out of here. If Biden had pooped his pants, y'all would not let the day go. So Trump, he did it, cleared the room. Lady behind him holding her nose, running. Oh man, dog. But you know, we're gonna let this dude run away and steal the elections. Insurrections happen, and he just pardoned all of them. Trump has declared an international toxic waste dump site. Yeah, man, I agree. Man. I agree. Oh man, democracy, man, doesn't disappear overnight, man. It erodes one thread at a time, one diaper at a time. It's eroding. One depend at a time. Like, man, we got to stop this mess, man. Now, let's go ahead and we're gonna talk about this. Oh my goodness, give me a second. Huh? Anyway, let's go ahead and run this video that Trump played. It's only 7 seconds. Play the Obama racist video here.
Heard that favored Joe Biden.
That was the video there, man. It's only 7 seconds that I was able to find of it. But, you know, the video starts off talking about cheating, election cheating, and then it goes into straight up Obama and Michelle on, you know how they treat Michelle in the first place. Then they go into monkeys. They've tried to use the excuse that it was from the Lion King, but they're wrong. Ain't no gorillas in the Lion King. I don't get it, man. I mean, these people, it's so ugly, man. This is the day we're living in right now, where the president is sharing things like this, and the racists they're celebrating. They're happy, man. They love it. They love that they have one of their own in the White House. They're happy. The Republican Party has never really reckoned with their racial issues and the racism that's going on in their party. The racism that was spewed first Barack Obama. It was never accidental. It was not fringe, and it wasn't hidden. We remember the signs of Obama being hung, the signs of Obama with big lips, big ass lips and shit. Signs of Obama as a monkey. We remember. We will never forget. And all of the people all the black people that's Republican now, all the people who will sit here and make excuses for the racism, you hate your own. It's fine. There's a lot of people that hate their own. Mm-hmm. And you get mad when people call you a sellout and an Uncle Tom and a coon. You don't like that. You don't like it. But hey, man, when you're with people that are calling your own monkeys and you're on their side, a lot of people may have a different view of you. Sorry. Most black people are against Trump. And if you're one of the few that it's a lot more black men that are with them, which is crazy. But this is what's going on. I think only 75, 80% of black men, 90% of black women voted against him. But the black men, for some reason, are running to the white supremacists, man. Obama's election didn't just anger the modern right, man. It created what we know now as MAGA. Mm-hmm. This is how MAGA started. Obama showing his face and having the audacity to win an election.
Yep. But before Trump rallies and the red hats, and before his Make America Great Again slogan, there was rage directed squarely at a black family that was living in the White House.
Mm-hmm.
Obama couldn't wear a tan suit without outrage.
He couldn't do anything.
Michelle couldn't wear a sleeveless top without outrage.
The man said that Tavon Martin
Might look like his son.
they lost it. He's racist. They're like, they don't even know what racism is. It's insane. But on February 6, 2026, Donald Trump shared a video on Truth Social that ended with Barack Obama and Michelle Obama depicted as apes. The right loves it.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking up for him. They're talking about how
it wasn't Trump that
wasn't
did
a big
it was
deal.
his staffer.
It's okay.
So what if he did it?
It's okay. Their faces superimposed on primate bodies dancing to The Lion Sleeps Tonight. This wasn't settled. This wasn't ambiguous. You're going to understand that this is a racist trope that has been capitulated, and it's been kept alive by racists for decades and centuries, man. Calling black people monkeys is how we ended up swinging from trees. When you make a person an animal, it's okay to kill that animal. It's okay to murder them because they're animals. You see the way humans treat animals, how we wipe them off the planet. We won't stop killing them.
Marshals, the U.S. Marshals the other day was just caught on video
Kicking
breaking a dog's rib by kicking it.
Yeah.
Clean across the parking lot.
Right.
But the monkey imagery has its own history, and a violent one at that. For centuries, comparing black people to animals, especially apes or monkeys, has been used to justify several things throughout history, including enslavement, lynching, segregation, and political exclusion. This is one of the oldest racist tropes in existence.
Well, all of you people who are saying, well, Biden's face was on a baboon. Well, let me tell you something, man.
And during Black History Month,
the racism doesn't go both ways when it comes to things like that. When you have a history of making movies and making books and creating illustrations as black people as monkeys.
Big lips.
You can't say, oh, well, the white guy was you've been doing it. It was done to black people for decades in history and hundreds of years. So when you sit around saying, well, it was done to, it doesn't have the same meaning. And you know that. It's like when black people sit around saying, well, black people say stuff like they say mean things. Yeah, they do. And black people can be fucking racist and they can be prejudiced. But it still doesn't have the history or the same connotations when the history is connected to it. When we've seen the actions behind it. Right. We've seen black people fucking get hung
from trees.
And black people facing more time in penitentiary. Black people calling animals when they kill somebody.
Get caught thugs.
Right. We see what happened with the immigrant girl that was killed by the black person on the train. And you saw Elon Musk and all these people. They wanted to post her face everywhere. They wanted to make sure that everybody knew that this animal killed her. But another person who was killed
by a white person
who killed 8 people in a drive-by shooting, had mental health issues.
Nothing was said.
No big deal is made about the people he killed. They were both in the same state. Dude kills
Where's the memorials for her?
He kills 8 people. It's no big deal. The black man killed one person, one white woman, and the whole world's in outrage. And then they want to turn to you and tell you there's no racism. Yeah, it's there. We see it with the actions of people.
Oh, we don't see the racism unless you guys are pointing it out and calling us out for it. Don't call us out on our racism and there won't be any racism. You won't see the racism. It's not there unless you're calling it out. Mm-hmm. You calling it out makes you racist.
Right. And Trump didn't stumble into this mess, man. He didn't stumble into it. It was placed deliberately at the end of that video. Trump saw the video. He knew it. He's pushing conspiracy theories about the 2020 election. And he saw those monkeys at the end and he was like, that's a great depiction of Obama. I hate him. And he shared it.
Mm-hmm.
He shared it. Because that's how he feels about us,
Right.
Black people.
Exactly. But what makes this moment important is that it wasn't shocking to people who have been paying attention. Because this kind of racism towards the Obamas has been normalized in the Republican politics for over a decade now.
Yeah.
Beginning with Trump's birther movement.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And then they sit in your comment section and tell you how you crying wolf. Why this dude posts all type racist shit, says all type racist shit, does all type racist shit. And then it's, oh, you're just crying wolf. While they talk about, oh, the civil rights hurt white people. And you trying to tell us that, well, talking about race is bullshit. When your president is doing it, it's fine. It's cool. Fuck out of here, man. You're gonna try to tell all the history we got of what the things that Black people have gone through, and y'all can still sit here and tell us that we're making up shit. Like, that's the part that's crazy. And then sit around talking about, oh, the race. You guys playing the race card. Nah, man. JD Vance played the white. You don't have to excuse yourself for being white anymore. That's what JD Vance said. Your vice president played the race card. So y'all can stop that bullshit y'all be on. It didn't used to be that way. People wouldn't bring up race like that, clearly. But that's exactly what's going on. I'm terrified of white people. Woo. You don't know me, brother. I'm not scared of no human being. Stop it. Especially not white people. The fuck am I scared for? Stop it. In 2011, an Orange County GOP official, Marilyn Davenport, forwarded an email depicting Obama and his parents as monkeys. She wasn't a nobody. She wasn't a party leader. I mean, she was a party leader. Party leadership. And we've seen the racist jokes that's coming out the chats that was Republican of the future. We've seen it over and over with the racism with them. And then they're like, oh, you guys are always playing a race card. But y'all always saying racist shit.
Right.
Like, maybe we'll stop playing the fucking card if y'all stop being racist. Can we have that? Can that be the trade-off? But that's not what's happening, is it?
Nope. Because it's not just that's one bad apple. That's their fucking culture. And Trump's 2026 video didn't invent anything. You know what it did? It repeated it. Yeah, repeated something that he did back in 2007, 2008, 2009 during the birther movement.
I'm from Memphis, sir. So why are you bringing up all this? Because your president just shared depictions of the old president, Obama, as a monkey. I don't know. You guys are crazy, dog. I'm bringing it up. You know, the president can do this shit. You know, it's all good. I bring it up, then I'm just killing the whole fucking Black neighborhood, right? Like, I'm the one that's starting all the race wars because I'm bringing it up. What your president did. I'm bringing it up, though, right? Like, dog, this is the way y'all are. Y'all hold everybody to account except y'all fucking leadership. It's insane. You're going to hold me, a YouTuber, to account, but the president, But the guy online talking about it, discussing it, trying to make sure that people know about what's going on and how others feel about what was done. Y'all don't care, dude. Y'all don't give a fuck because you think this country is yours. And the people that he shit on, you don't care because you don't think we supposed to be here. This is our country just as much as it is yours. This is our shit. Every fucking war a Black person has died in. Every single one of them. Fought and bled for this fucking country. And you motherfuckers sit around and tell us, oh, this is a white Christian nation with a straight face. Then tell us, oh, you're playing the race card. Did you say it was a Black and white Christian nation? Or did you say white?
Celtic, a lot of people should be embarrassed to be white in this day and age.
You do everything to push us out. You've done everything. 3/5 of a human. Y'all through history have done everything to show us that we're not supposed to be a part of this fucking shit. But we are. We are part of this shit. We built this shit just as much as anyone else built this shit. When you motherfuckers didn't want to fucking work, we worked. Thanks, Derek. We appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate that, Derek.
We worked. When white people were sitting back in the South, being lazy, drinking sweet tea, black people were working, picking cotton, putting clothing in this country. And then you could turn around and say, oh, this nation is for whites only.
We don't have to apologize for being white.
The Asians that put down train tracks all across the West Coast. Mexicans that build the homes all across the Southwest. And you will sit around with a straight face and tell us, oh, this country is built by whites. We built this. Fuck out of here. I don't think you should be embarrassed to be white. I don't think that at all. I think you should be embarrassed of the history that white people have put forth in this country. But you all refuse to do that. Refuse. Many African countries have came out and apologized for their parts that they had in the slave trade. Many countries have came out and said they are sorry for what happened in their countries. America still hasn't. Now, she was repeating the comment, Mr. Gavesty. She was repeating the comment. Read your comments, bro, because that was a comment she was repeating. Some people are said, the lady said she's embarrassed to be white. That's the comment she said. Mm-hmm. We can't speak for, we're neither one of us are white, so we can't speak for them. If you want to understand MAGA, you got to understand racism and hate, because that's their whole platform. You have to understand the birther movement, the Tea Party, how Trump was the loudest, most persistent promoter of making sure that everyone know that Obama was not American. That he's not supposed to belong here. He's not black. He's not one of us. He's black. He's from Kenya.
I said I agreed because I'm agreeing that the previous comment said that they were embarrassed to be white. I agree. They should be embarrassed to be white. Any white person in America should be embarrassed to be white under this administration, under all the racist bullshit that's going on in America. So yeah, I agree with them. You got a problem?
I don't know. Like I said, you shouldn't be embarrassed to be white. You should be embarrassed for this administration and how they're acting. I disagree with that, but that's how she feels. I don't agree with that. You don't have to be embarrassed for who you are because these people are fucking stupid as fuck.
Bingo.
Hey, man, that's how she feels, man. They bring up Obama's birthplace, his citizenship, his legitimacy, and not quietly but obsessively. They still bring this shit up.
Don't they though?
Mm-hmm.
And notice what is really being said here. It's not, is this document valid? But he doesn't belong here. That's racial othering.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying someone does not belong here, even after they've provided proof that they are, in fact, born American.
Dirtbag Juice, you got to stop with your racism, bro. Not all Africans don't like blacks. That's just a lie. It's just a lie. That's just a lie. Yeah, there are some black people some Africans that come here and do not like how African Americans are holding themselves or are acting. It happens. Not everybody. We're not a monolith. There's a people who don't like it. But I have plenty friends that are from Kenya, from Nigeria, and we're all get along fine. So you don't know what you're talking about. Stop spreading hate. Yes, there are ignorant people in all groups. There are ignorant people in every single fucking group in America, in the world. Yes, there are some Africans that come here and don't like black people or don't think that they are black and want nothing to do with black culture. That's fucking fine. That's their decision. That's on them. But a lot of people don't. They come here, they assimilate fine. And they all love black people. They learn black culture. They learn culture of America. And it's all fine. It's all love. Most people get along, man. Most people just are able to share cultures, share foods. I love going to restaurants, learning about African food and learning about the different ways that they eat and the things that they eat. They teach us all the time. And I go to their restaurants and I eat and I learn from them. You need to open your brain and stop being closed off to what's going on in the fucking world. Stop going around spreading misinformation saying that black people don't get along when we do. Most all Africans that come over here, we get along. There's some that are ignorant, but most people get along. Stop dividing us, man. Quit it. We've watched them use the birth of law. How aren't I African, man? What the fuck am I then? You since you gonna tell me. I know her. I know what my fucking DNA says because I've gotten my DNA. I know where my people are from. I'm not one of those. I know where my people, my mother came from in Africa, my father's DNA. I know all of it. If Africans like blacks, why didn't Barack Obama give you Dude, do you know how the government works, right? Barack Obama can't just say, here you go, reparations. Yo, reparations. Here you go. Just you get reparations. You know that. That's not how it works, right? Like they would need Republicans to vote on the bill. They would need Democrats to vote on the bill. They would need a bill to sign. Like it's not that easy. It's going to take a lot of people who are going to fucking have to fucking vote for that shit. And we all know that's not going to fucking happen. So why the hell would he push for that? That's a losing fucking proposition, man. You think they don't give a fuck. Most of the people in America don't care about Africans fucking getting reparations. They want us broke. You see they doing everything they can right now to take what we do have.
Right.
Look at all these goddamn black people with jobs. It's only because of DEI. Get that DEI shit out of here. That's why they're doing it. They don't think black people should have jobs. They hate it. This is the same shit they've been doing forever. And that's what they're doing right now. Nigerian is, not everybody has Nigerian blood, but a lot of African Americans do have a Nigerian ancestry because most of us came from Western Africa. A lot of us, Nigerian, Benin and Togo, and that's most of my DEA was from those places. We watched what the birth of lie and what it did, the prototype, the distrust, the institution, cast doubt on democracy, paint black leadership as fraudulent. MAGA didn't appear in 2016. It incubated during Obama's presidency. Mm-hmm. And then it became out and it blossomed into the ball of hate that we see today.
Exactly. White women benefited from DEI more than any other race.
And affirmative action. Affirmative action.
Exactly. But Michelle Obama was also relentlessly targeted.
Still.
Not for her policy, not for any governance that she was doing, but for her body, her appearance, for her blackness, black girl magic, for being empowering to other young women, to showing other young women that, hey, you can dress classy and still be presentable. To show black women and other women, we do have standards.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, man. The only thing I know is that most black people in America are Yoruba and have a percentage of Nigerian ancestry. Me and my lady, we aren't kin at all. Both of us have Nigerian ancestry. Most black people do. That's the way it is. Most of us were from Yoruba. That's why the Yoruba were a big deal to a lot of black people in the 70s, because people knew that most of the black people came from those areas. Now, if it was the last place that people came from, I don't know, but it's a lot of them came from there. I wish you guys would read some more facts. Except Democrats created the KKK. I swear to God, boy. I mean, do you guys? Y'all have to come up with something better. Like that, I have to tell you this so much. We know that conservatives used to be Democrats. They aren't anymore. 2011, Representative Jim Sisenbrenner was overheard making disparaging comments about Michelle Obama. In 2012, Kansas House Speaker Mike O'Neill forwarded an email mocking her as Miss Yo Mama. These are the things that the right have been doing for at least 10 years with the ugly bullshit when it comes to the Obamas. I've never seen so much racism, so much hate toward a president as what this guy has got in the last 10 years.
But that's misogyny, racism, and sexism all combined into one. And it became tolerable. It became acceptable under Trump's administration. Sad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Then there's the coded language that they love to see and they love to speak in. They love to act like, it's okay. It's all good to be racist. One time when I lived in this racist ass town called Edwardsville in Illinois, we used to all hang out under this bridge. And a lot of people used to know, the white dudes would know that we used to hang out under this bridge. And one of them went in there and spray painted, all black people's moms have dicks. And when I caught up with dude, I beat his motherfucking head in. Because I got so sick of racism in high school. I had a guy one time come into class with on his coat, he had N-word this, black people this, N-word this, all on his jacket. Dude made it all the way to the school, got to the classroom, teacher don't say anything, no one says anything.
Let you walk into the
This
school with a
dude-
red scarf on.
Right, I'm immediately thrown out. Dude made it all the way through the school with all this racist shit, made it past the teacher with all this racist shit.
Sat down in his chair.
He sat down in front of me. I finally say something like, man, what the fuck? This dude, y'all gonna let him come in with all this racist shit on his damn jacket? Oh, what? Who gets in trouble? Me.
For speaking up.
Me, for saying something. I bet you do. Y'all are racist as fuck, bro. Y'all ain't never hit it. In the towns I've lived in, I've dealt with racism my whole life. My entire existence. That's all I've dealt with is racist white people. Trying to tell you that they're not racist while they throw out racist
Your
shit
information
over
is
and over.
incorrect. A lot of us do not have any African ancestry whatsoever. We're Mr. Henry. You
What
are
the fuck
absolutely
are you talking about?
wrong.
Man.
Because let me go here and get it for you. Studies suggest that a significant portion of African Americans have Nigerian ancestry, with estimates indicating that 60% of Americans or more have Nigerian ancestry. So you're wrong.
Wrong. And most of us
Go
only
get your
have,
DNA done,
they have
bruh.
under 1% of Native American DNA. And I have 1%. Like, it's 1%. Very low. We're not Native American, man. But if that makes you guys feel better, man, that's fine. We're not Israelites either. That shit's crazy. Former Speaker Newt Gingrich repeatedly called Obama the food stamp president. Newt Gingrich called Obama the food stamp president. These are the things that Obama has faced since day one. That phrase wasn't accidental. These are the things that the Republicans have pushed forward.
Yep. And
Nothing
it
but
played
racism.
into the stereotypes of Black dependency and laziness while pretending to be about economics. And that's how racism learned to wear a suit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just dress it up a different way.
Yeah, man.
Use different words,
Yeah.
different phrases, different meanings.
Let's talk about the behavior. In 2009, Representative Joe Wilson shouted, "You lie," during a joint session of Congress. Interrupted, just screamed out some garbage. And you remember when Al Green interrupted Trump and how outraged they were?
Mm-hmm.
They had not a word to say when this dude shouted at Obama live. That had never happened before. Not like that.
Yep.
But when it's the black guy, he gets to be treated differently, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm. And then in 2012, Arizona Governor Jan Brewer pointed her finger in Obama's face on the tarmac, an image that became symbolic. The message was clear. This president did not deserve the respect of the Oval Office.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He doesn't deserve respect.
That's what they were on, man. They wanted to make sure that everybody knew that they didn't respect him because of the color of his skin. Now, there was Democratic presidents before Bill Clinton, and I don't remember Bill being treated the way Obama was treated.
He wasn't.
I know they did impeach him, and they did start the garbage that they are today in the 90s. But at first, it wasn't like that. By the end of the 90s, we were at this point where we started splintering. Once George Bush came into office, more splintering because Bush did a horrible job, and everybody in America just looked the other way as he got us into wars over oil and bullshit.
Just the word racism strikes a nerve. It sure does.
Man, it's so stupid.
It strikes the biggest nerve.
During the Tea Party, though, during the Tea Party era, protest signs showed Obama as a witch doctor or a monkey or a character pulled straight from Jim Crow imagery.
But those images weren't fringe either. They were mainstream at rallies, photographed, televised, defended. But that's when racism became fashionable again. But only in conservative politics, though.
Mm-hmm.
Only on the Republican side did it become fashionable.
Yeah.
Now acceptable.
Yeah. I mean, this dude says, speaking English is cultural appropriation. Switch the camera, bro. Yeah, you're right. It is. Because our culture was definitely appropriated when we were snatched and sold by a lot of African countries and bought by American countries and moved into cattle slavery and not use the old slavery system, which was you was a slave all your life. You got to a point, you were set free. Your kids didn't become slaves, but America said, hey, we want their kids to be slaves. We want everyone in their line to be slaves forever. No one had ever did slavery in that way until America decided to. That's everyone is going to be a slave. They're going to be born slaves. Most people, the Irish, indentured servants, they put in their servitude and they went on with their life.
After their contract
in Africa,
was over.
they held slaves, and once the people did the work and they got to a certain age, that person was free. America wanted to do it differently. They wanted to make sure that every black person that was born was a slave. And they did it for 200-300 years. While reading the Bible. While saying that they are great people and thinking that they're so good. Keeping people in the closet. Keeping people in the back room. And making them do the things that they don't want to do. Raping them. And these people are sitting around still making excuses for it. Well, you guys sold them. Well, it was the black people that sold it, so it's okay.
Your people sold you.
No, my people didn't sell me. The people that we were fighting against, who were a different tribe, who were not my people at all, is the one that sold them. But y'all want to say, oh, they were your people. No, it wasn't like that. And we know it was never like that until America built this racism thing that all people that have dark skin are pieces of shit. That's not the way it was before then. Before then, people were looked upon by usually religion, tribe, or country. It was never the color of your skin. Until America decided the color of the skin is everything and it makes all decisions. That's what happened. That's what went down. Now let's get into some clips, man, before we let's play Andrew Schultz admitting the left was right about Trump.
But I will say that this was a breaking point for me in the way that the administration responded to it. Like, I didn't think what's happening right now with ICE could happen in America. I genuinely did not think that was possible. I thought our institution, I thought the Constitution would hold up. When I see it and then immediately defend it, I start to go, we gotta be very loud about this. Like, it all of a sudden becomes not like liberal catastrophic thinking. It starts to become very reasonable, nuanced criticism of the administration. They have just made the most far left critiques of the Trump administration. Their reaction to this has just justified all of them. In one moment, all of their responses from Trump to Kash Patel, they have justified every single and I know people will probably look at this and be like, they've done a million other things to justify them. Sure, and that's fair. But this specific situation, I think, is a breaking point, and it has justified all those criticism. I think people's antennas are way up, and people's antennas up that were not up initially.
This is like seeing the Epstein files. Because it's like,
wouldn't it be nice if we got those?
It's like, damn, y'all really been lying to us. Like, damn, like you really lying to us. Let me ask you.
You know, a lot of the podcasters have been waking up, seeing that that what they have put the country in, and it's a lot of these guys' fault because they made a lot of these people think it was cool to vote for Trump while they were on their fucking podcast thinking that all this shit is a fucking game, playing games, playing around, not knowing the seriousness because they ignored the first 4 years he was in office. All those guys, man, that pushed this on these fucking podcasts, went out there and made it cool. Now we got these guys in the club putting up Nazi symbols. Like this, it's became a whole cool thing to be racist. It's ridiculous, man. And now he admits this is one of those moments, man, where people pretend never happens. This is the shit that goes through. Andrew Schultz just admitted out loud that the left was right about Trump all along, and they knew it. It's not both sides, not misunderstood. We were right. And when people who helped normalize Trump finally say it, that's not growth, that's accountability. It's catching up to all the bullshit that this guy is putting forward. Now, we get this clip of Dana Bash pressing the DOJ over Don Lemon arrest. That one, Deputy AG.
Was this really about what you just described, or was it about trying to make an example out of somebody who the president has sparred with?
I don't even know that the president's even ever thought of Don Lemon. I don't know whether that's true or not. But I will tell you, we're not making examples of people. The day after that happened, the Attorney General flew to Minneapolis. She was there for 3 days. What we saw, there is no scenario under which the American people are comfortable or think that that was right. I'm sorry. So no, it's not about making an example. It's about justice.
I want to move on. But the White House, on the official Twitter handle, celebrated his arrest with the social media and a chain emoji, and it's pretty clear that they're very well aware in the White House of this. I want to ask about Georgia.
No, I didn't say they weren't aware. Wait. Hold on one second.
And they were celebrating it. That was afterwards.
You said that. No. You said that President Trump had some vendetta or something against Mr. Lemon. I said I don't know whether he even ever thought of Mr. Lemon. I have no idea.
Yesterday,
You're right.
He called
there
him
was
a sleazebag.
a tweet that went out.
Just so you know, he called him a sleazebag just yesterday.
After his arrest. After his arrest.
Okay. You said a lot of things before that, and it's mutual. There are countless examples of when reporters are embedded with people, with, DOD, where we are told not to tell anybody where we're going. There are numerous examples of when we get embargoed information that we can't report from your agency, for example, and that has happened on with presidents in both parties, and we withhold reporting it until you say it's time to report it. That's not unusual, and it's not unlike what happened with Don Lemon and Georgia Ford.
Well, listen, you are totally correct that that happens every day, and it's happened for decades. But if you watch what Mr. Lemon did, okay, and I do not want to have a trial right here. It's not fair to him. But I will say that if you watch the publicly available live streaming that he engaged in, the comments that he made, I mean, that's what it matters, right? It matters, like, how do we balance the FACE Act? How do we balance freedom of religion, the right of people to worship on a Sunday morning? Okay, and the freedom of the press, and it's a balance that we have to engage in. I agree with you, but my point to you is that I promise you that neither you nor your colleagues can honestly, with a straight face, if you watch everything that he did in the day before with the planning and the day of with what happened when the comments he made while the kids were crying and screaming and racing away while the parents were looking for their children upstairs,
But he doesn't
Man,
have a
while they were just trying to.
man, dude. They
That was a word salad.
Dana Bash, she pressed them.
Yeah, she did.
But the questions, watch how the questions land though.
Dana Bash pressed Deputy Attorney General after the White House celebrated that Don Lemon had been arrested.
And we've known that that Trump has had a vendetta out on Don Lemon forever.
Mm-hmm.
For them to sit around and act like he hasn't shitted on Don Lemon on the Truth Social a million times, it's just ingenuous. It's bullshit, and we all know it.
Mm-hmm.
He hates Don Lemon. He hates any reporter that fucking reports anything that says bad things about him.
Yep. But it's not about making an example. It's about justice. But if you just watch, they knew. They admitted it.
Mm-hmm.
And they still did it.
Yep. And that contradiction tells you everything, man. So we have another clip here.
Mm-hmm.
Boykins talking about Trump was a celebrity. Go down. I can tell you which one. I think it's no. Hey, which one is it? Why don't I see it? No, I think it's the Trump racism one. Right down. Right there.
But I just want to say something. You said a minute ago, you talked about people should get into the arena, and you were talking about how you don't care about what celebrities have to say. But the reality is, the biggest celebrity in the country is Donald Trump. But before he entered the arena, he led a 5.5-year campaign lying about President Obama's birth certificate before he even entered the arena. So don't tell me that you don't care about what celebrities say. Donald Trump was a celebrity. He ran Celebrity Apprentice, for God's sake. That was his television show. I think it's courageous when people speak up and articulate their beliefs, and especially now when we have a government that is arresting journalists, that's locking up 5-year-old kids and putting them in detention centers, that is killing American citizens. Let me speak, Joe. If this is not a time to speak up,
exactly. When should we speak up?
Right. I mean, and then these guys, they always get mad anytime a celebrity comes out and says anything. Oh, go dribble a basketball. But look through the history. Who are the people that have voted for a celebrity? Ronald Reagan was an actor. Who voted for him? Republicans. Donald Trump, celebrity. Who voted for him? They always shitting on any celebrity that has a fucking opinion. But they're the motherfuckers that's putting celebrities in control. It's so wild. Kid Rock can do whatever he want to and make a all-American halftime show, and that's fine. But anybody that says anything that's against fucking Republicans, oh, we don't want to hear from him. Why don't these go play a basketball, go dribble? But when they people say something, when the girl comes out who was in 5th fucking place complaining about the girl who won the race, the trans person who came in 4th place, like stupid shit, dude. Oh, the girl who got hit in the head with a volleyball because she didn't know how to fucking play. Oh, the girl was trans. She hit so hard. Like, this is dumb, stupid shit, man. But that's the type of things that they are on. That's what they care about. Stupid shit. But I'm going to the next one, man. We always see these guys. They love celebrities.
They do.
Let's go play the Trump versus Caitlyn there.
Maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people who
like
feel like they haven't gotten
healthcare,
justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about. Yeah, what did you say? Go
What
ahead.
what would you say to
are
the survivors who feel like they haven't gotten
you are
justice?
the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. You know, she's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile
Well,
on
I'm
your
asking
face.
you about survivors of Jeffrey Epstein,
You know why
Mr.
you're not
President?
smiling? Because you know you're not telling the truth. And you're a very dishonest organization, and they should be ashamed of you.
Listen to this dude crying because somebody asked him a question. And then his people be in my comment sections as we bring up the things he does. We're crying. As the president just cries about everything. People can't even ask him a fucking question. I've never seen a president treat people like this. But hey, you guys are okay with that. Anybody else says anything, oh, shut up. But this dude, the fucking leader, is crying about everything. No one can ask him a fucking question. This shit is ridiculous, man. It's craziness. It's straight craziness. Let's play Meeks.
I just want to know whether you will commit today to pause and heighten the scrutiny of any bank charter or licensing application at the OCC connected to the World Liberty Financial until all of these conflicts of interest and foreign influence reviews are completed and shared with the United States Congress. All I need to know is, will you halt it and do a complete investigation and scrutiny of this licensing application? All you have to ask is yes or no.
No, Congressman.
All you have to ask
the
is yes or
OCC
no.
is an independent entity, and I would know, Congressman.
So I take that as a no.
You traveled to Venezuela.
I take that as a no.
On behalf of
I
your
take that
donor,
as a
on
no.
behalf of your
You
donor,
do not want to answer that
was
question.
sentenced to
I take that as a no.
For a $7 billion.
I'm asking you to do your responsibility as Secretary of the Treasury.
Into a Venezuelan.
You do not.
Mr. Meeks,
Will you?
time has expired.
You cannot erase what you did in
He's the one that
2006.
went past your time, Mr. Chairman.
No, and
He did not answer my question, and he wouldn't pass the
Mr.
time.
Meeks. He had 6 seconds left to try to answer your question, and the
It was
time
a yes or
expired.
no. It was a yes or no answer. I asked him, will he? No, was
Gentlemen,
yes
the
or
chair
no?
recognizes
OCC
the
is an
gentleman.
independent-
Stop
Mr.
covering
Bessent.
for the president.
Yeah, well,
Stop
Mr.
being his flunky.
yeah, and
Gentlemen.
He's talking to me. I'm responding back to him.
2006 trip to Venezuela.
Stop covering
tell
for
the
the
Secretary
president. Don't be a flunky. Work for the American
Secretary,
people.
Mr. Meeks.
Trip to
Mr.
Venezuela.
Meeks.
Work for the American people.
maybe
Don't
you're
be
going-
a cover-up for a mob.
Maybe you're going to see your friend Nicholas Maduro
I will.
in
Gentleman
Brooklyn
is not
prison.
recognized. Mr. Bessent, please. I recognize the gentleman from Texas, Mr. Sessions. You're recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. Secretary, welcome to the Financial Services.
Bessent is a clown. The whole Trump administration is clowns, filled with clowns. Every time they come to testify for anything in front of Congress, this is what they have. They have notes against the people that they know are going to be questioning them. And these notes, they look at them and they say, well, you did this and you went here in Venezuela. You are supposed to be working for the American people. He's asking you questions about the job that you are fucking doing, and you can't answer them. You're trying to hit him back with shit to make him embarrassed. Well, look, you did this back in 1993. Like, what the fuck, dog? So that means you don't give a fuck about what's going on. You're just trying to play politics and partisan bullshit. Bessent, we're asking you to fucking answer a question about the job that you are doing right now. And you went to a trip on Venezuela and talking points, hit points, and all of them do it. They never come there with answers to the fucking questions that they know they're going to be asked because they give them the questions beforehand. Who they're going to be talking to. What do? They look what type hit material that we can find about the congressperson that's going to be asking us questions for we can shit on them. Not an answer to the questions that the American public wants to know. He don't answer that. And not one person from the entire Trump cabinet comes up and answers the fucking questions. It's always some games. Well, and back in 1975, you did this. You did, like, what the fuck? You are in charge, motherfucker. What the fuck are you doing? It is trash to sit here and see these people play games with American tax dollars, going up here and just straight up shitting on the whole entire process. We asked you to come up here and answer some questions for the American people, his constituents, and they can't never do it. Only thing they want to do is come up with hit points and talking points to shut you down. It's disgusting stuff, man. We have another one, Epstein on Caitlin. Let's play that one.
On the Epstein files, you talked about Democrats who were in there. Elon Musk was also in there, and so was your Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and correspondence that he had with him. Did you read those new files that were published by the Department of Justice?
I have a lot of things I'm doing, a lot of things I'm doing. I don't know. You mentioned two names. I'm sure they're fine. Otherwise, it would have been major headlines.
A lot of women who are survivors of Epstein's are unhappy with those redactions that came out. Some of them, entire witness interviews are totally blacked out. Do you think that they should be more transparent?
The fact that they thought they released too much. I heard that, and you tell me something else. So, I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else. Really. Now that nothing came out about me, other than it was a conspiracy against me, literally, by Epstein and other people. But I think it's time now for the country to maybe get onto something else.
But what would you say to people who feel like they haven't gotten justice, Mr. President?
Something that people care about. Yeah, what did you say? Go ahead.
What would you say to the survivors who feel like they haven't gotten justice?
You are the worst reporter. No wonder CNN has no ratings because of people like you. She's a young woman. I don't think I've ever seen you smile. I've known you for 10 years. I don't think I've ever seen a smile on your face.
I'm asking you about survivors.
You know why you're not smiling? Because you know you're not telling the truth. And you're a very dishonest organization, and they should be ashamed of you.
These are survivors of a sexual.
He don't want to answer about the Epstein files
at all.
Everybody else is supposed to answer. They're making Clinton testify. Everybody else is going to answer. Also, no one's told him the accusations that he has in the Epstein files.
I guess they haven't.
No one's told this dude. Oh, they didn't find anything about me. Yes, they did.
38,000 times your name
was
mentioned.
Are you fucking kidding me? This dude don't know what's going on. They for real just hide it from this guy. Yeah, and you know he's not going to fucking read it. Dog, you have rape accusations, Trump. You have rape accusations. 2 accusations.
So far,
2. It's looking. That your name is next to raping little girls, bro. You may want to talk to your people because they're not telling you the truth.
They hide it from it.
Man, they gotta be because it's crazy. Now let's play this video of Andrew Liu talking about the Epstein files and some of the accusations against Trump.
So why are Republicans so interested in Bill and Hillary Clinton? It's because they're trying to distract from the fact that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files thousands and thousands of times.
Thousands
in those files,
of times.
There's highly disturbing allegations of Donald Trump raping children, of Donald Trump threatening to kill children. So I encourage your press to go look at these allegations. And I'm highly disturbed that Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche just got the law wrong. Yesterday, he said, essentially, that it is not a crime to party with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, that's actually not correct. If Jeffrey Epstein was human trafficking minors for these sex parties, and you show up and patronize the establishment at that party, yes, you're guilty, because patronizing is part of the law, the federal sex trafficking law. So Deputy General Tablanche just got that wrong, which maybe explains why they aren't investigating all these folks, including Donald Trump. He needs to read the law and investigate these people. He also needs to resign, not only for not knowing the law, but a massive, not only screw up, but the biggest privacy violation in history. They release a lot of pictures of minors unredacted, just violated the privacy of these girls. It is uncalled for what they did. The one thing that they could not do under this law was to invade the privacy of these women now, who were girls at the time, who were victims of sex trafficking. Also, he met with Ghislaine Maxwell, moved her to a minimum security prison, and then got a puppy for her. So for all those reasons, he's just got to leave the Department of Justice.
They got a puppy for Ghislaine Maxwell after moving her to a more relaxed prison. I don't know how y'all MAGA do it. I don't know how y'all stand for this shit. Y'all see all the shit, everything Joe Biden does, y'all see it. Oh, he said that if you don't vote for him, you're not black. Y'all see that shit. But anything else, somehow you blind. I don't get it. You don't see shit that Republicans do.
Nothing.
Everything else y'all see clearly. Like it's amazing how y'all do this. You see the accusations against Trump. If this was any other president, he would already be impeached. Already. He would already be impeached for these accusations. These accusations are insane. Anyone would be impeached. I mean, Clinton was impeached for getting some head and cheating on his wife.
Yep. So why
these
is it
accusations? I would think that would be highly impeachable. We want to know what the fuck is going on. But nope. Republicans in charge, no one will be held accountable. The only people they feel as though should be held to account are Democrats. They pay politics with everything. The rich get away with everything. Everything. All the money he's getting away with. That's what Meeks was talking about. They don't want to talk about that shit. This shit's crazy, man. We've went through a lot of the things that's been going on this week, man, to try to keep you guys updated, man. And we appreciate everybody that stayed on. Dirt Bike Juice, Ryan, we respect you. The brother gave us 20. We really respect you. Respect that. Respect everybody for keeping on, staying on, and talking with us, man. And it wasn't just about shock clips. It wasn't about outrage for clicks. It's about patterns, man. It's about patterns. When you look at everything we covered, the intimidation of voters, the attacks on journalists, the dehumanization of political opponents, the dismissal of victims, and the weaponization of law enforcement, you start to see the playbook repeated over and over.
Exactly. Power without accountability always tells us the same story. It says, don't ask us any questions. It tells us, don't challenge the authority that's in place. And when we do it, it tries to humiliate, threaten, and most of all, distract. That's what Trump's good at, distracting. But that's why journalists are attacked, why survivors are being silenced, and why elections are now being undermined.
That's real. And notice, what never happens, we never hear empathy for the victims. We never hear concern for democracy. We never hear accountability for those at top, the rich, the billionaires. Instead, we hear anger aimed at the poor, the people getting food stamps, the people who can't afford fucking rent. Those are the people that are told that that's your enemy. The immigrants, the people who fucking picking fruit. Those are the people that are enemies. Why they take all of our fucking money. While one person has $1 trillion fucking dollars. They're going to tell us that it's the guy that's buying fucking snacks at the corner store is your real problem. That's your real enemy. The broke motherfucker. Not the rich guy who don't pay taxes. Not the rich guy who gets subsidies and payments from the government from our tax money and don't even pay their employees enough to fucking buy groceries. That's the people that we make the enemy.
Mm-hmm. But democracy doesn't survive on intimidation. It survives on your courage, on people asking the hard questions, on people refusing to look away, people refusing to just sweep shit under the rug, people demanding the truth, even when that truth is uncomfortable for you to hear.
Just because you have money doesn't mean that you shouldn't see accountability. All the pardons, all these rich people getting off. Even when Biden did it, I didn't like it. And when he pardoned his family, I kind of understood because we all knew that Trump was going to come after everybody. So we understood when he did that. But there were some pardons, man, that I didn't like that Biden did. And there's a whole bunch of pardons that Trump is doing that I don't like. Why do the rich always get away with everything? You ain't fucking letting poor people out. We don't, because we can't give you $1 million fucking dollars. History doesn't just remember what leaders do, it remembers what the public tolerated.
Yep.
And we're sitting here tolerating this bullshit as we watch the rich just shit all on us and take every dime from this country.
And remember, what we tolerate now will become the precedent in the future.
That's real.
For your kids and your grandkids.
That's real.
To accept.
That's real. So stay informed, stay engaged, and don't let anyone convince you that truth doesn't matter. Don't let them tell you what you see isn't real.
Because it always matters.
Always matters. Always. Now become a member. We appreciate it if you could. Subscribe, like, share, and let's keep the discussion going, man.
Hit that notification
We're going to keep talking
bell.
about it. And until we can discuss these things and openly have a good conversation about what's going on, we'll never have a world that we all want to live in. This is Habari Live.
Thanks,
I'm Damon
Ralph.
Ellison.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you guys. Have a good rest of your Saturday. We'll see you next time.
Holla, holla.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast, and more. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And don't forget to visit www.habarientertainment.com. See you next week. Peace.
From whatever that name is, if they're gonna do a show again today. Shit. He didn't end the stream?
I thought he